Okay, in this video we're going to look at updating APTs following a change to the program of study on which those APTs are based. And the example we're going to look at is a change to a compulsory course list. It's really these lists that we need to use. It's changes to these lists where we need to use APT Admin Roster. If we make a change to a restricted or an alternative list, those changes will go straight into the air, and shouldn't be any problems unless we've got if you're taking out a course and we've got students already enrolled on it. So it's really the compulsory that's important. So in this example, I am in Program Template, Curriculum Management, Activity Item Registry, Program Template, and I'm making a change to a compulsory list, full year semester, Part 3 stage. So I'm going to go into this list. Okay, and I'm going to make a change for this academic year 17-18, so my effective date row 010817. Go to my item details. So I've got one course. I'm going to get rid of that course. I don't want that course anymore. Get rid of that. And I'm going to put a new one in. Oh, don't need to do that actually. Just get rid of that. Let's just search on this one. I'm just going to pick any old course at this point, just for the sake of it. Maybe not that one actually, because I think that one's inactive. Come on, Dawson. Yeah, I know, that one's fine. So I pick my course, I've made my change. Just need to add in the attribute here. Where is it? Comp. Okay, so I've made a change to my program of study. Well, let's have this to see that reflected. Okay, so what the previous one's gone, this one's been added in. Now, let's go and look at the APT for a student on this stage. So I'm going to go into, where is it? So I've got a query here which I've run. This is the query. Shows me all the students who are going to be moving on to that stage in 3170. I'm going to pick one of them. Open up their APT. Everything's slow and pre. Not you. Oh, I'm in the wrong page. Right. Open up the APT. So let's go, this is the air tree, so this is where we see the program of study for that student. And next year, 3170, they're doing part 3. Here it is. Okay, and what we can see is you can now see this change I've made. This course has appeared in their program of study under this course list, full year compulsory, but it needs to be added. This blue square means that the course has not been added yet. If it had been added, we'll have this ID number. In addition, if I go into my APT tree page, go down the bottom, you should see under full year, I've got the old course. See, the old course is there. It's been removed from the program of study, but it's still in the student's APT, so that needs to be removed. So we need to remove this one, add the other one. So to remove it, I'm going to use APT Admin Roster. Okay, this is it. Records and enrollment, program enrollment, APT Admin Roster. What do? You put in selection criteria, UON and for the institution as always, and then my plan is the UG, so UG career. I want to apply the change to 3170. Now I need to get my ID number for my program of study. So if you go into the APT, you'll find that here at the top, or you can search in Program Template, which I've got open here, which is at the top here. There it is, or you can get it through Build Program by Format. So we get that number, we put it in here, brings this up. Now I come down to the next section, and I want to remove an item. So that's the bit I'm going to select. And let's have a search for the item I want to remove. Go down the bottom. Where is it? So this is the course list I want to remove. If you can remove the semester, you could even remove the stage. You can remove all 3 of these items: course list, semester, stage. If you remove the semester, That's fine if you've only got compulsory courses, but if you remove that semester and you've got optional courses, it will just wipe those changes out. So I would say if you're updating a compulsory list, always do it at list level. If you've got lots of changes that you've made to your compulsory list for a stage and the whole stage is compulsory, then remove the stage and add it back in again. But I'm going to select this list because it's the list I want to remove. Going down, okay, so academic career UG, that stays the same. Cohort tag, so this is the stage the student starts their study on in terms of how we've set up new students in the system, which for China, I think their cohort tag is going to be the stage they're on in 3170. So if they're on stage 4 in this instance, it will be S4. But I'm going to leave that blank, don't need to put it in. Cohort term is the term they were first enrolled onto their current plan. We don't need to put that in. Curriculum term is already there. And in terms of attempts, so I'm going to choose 3170 because this is the term the students are doing the stage. And I'm going to click on Generate List. Okay, 3170, Generate List. It gives me all the students, right, that are on this, have an APT for this particular stage, for this particular plan. Now I'm going to pick one of these guys. Let's pick this guy here, or girl actually, Regina. Go back here, let's open up her APT. Okay, let's go just check we've got all the same stuff here. So where are we? Full year, so there we are, we've got it, and let's just double check in here that the other one's there. Right, there it is. Okay, that's what we want to remove. So I'm going to tick her. You can go down the bottom, select all if you want to make the update to everybody, all the relevant students, select all. But I'm just going to run it for one student. I'm going to put, you have to put a description in for the process you're going to run. So I've put remove, what's it going to be? Part 3, full year from this plan. And I'm going to click on submit. And as soon as I click on submit, it's going to run the process, telling me it's running it successfully. It hasn't finished yet. And then click on View Request History to see the progress of the process. So at the moment it's queued. If I click on refresh, it will keep updating. So now it's processing. I'll just put you on hold now while this process runs, and then we're going to go back and see if the change has been made. Okay, so we can see the process has run to success, so hopefully our APT has been updated successfully. So I'm going to return to APT Administrative Roster. Okay, I'm going to go back to my academic progress tracker. I'm going to need to refresh it to see the change, so I'm going out, got my number, click on search, opens up the record, go to my APT tree. So go down the bottom, APT Part 3 full year, that course is now gone. So it's run to success, it's removed that course, or indeed all courses under that in that course list. There is only one from the student's APT. That's what we want. So you run the process like that, you get rid of the courses. Then you need to add the courses, the new course in this example, back in again. So if we go down the bottom, this is the course. So this is the new compulsory course. It needs to be in the student's APT. So what we can do here, if we're going to do it manually, student by student, we're in the APT, we click on the course list ID and it adds in the course list and it adds in that course. So now we've taken the course out using APT, the one we want to get rid of, and we added the new course in manually in one student's APT. You can use APT Admin Roster to add stuff in. So if I change this to add item, you pick your parent ID, which is this one. But unfortunately, you need to have row level access security set up, and I don't have that at the moment. So that's going to be a future video. But in theory, and hopefully Sua or Liz will be able to test this and then maybe give you access to do it, you can then, rather than having to go into each student record individually and manually add in that new course, we'll be able to add it in using this process. Okay, but that's it for the moment. That just shows you how you use APT Admin Roster. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward, but you only need to use it for compulsory lists, and you want to remove and add, if it's allowed, at a list level. Don't remove a semester or stage unless everything essentially in that stage is compulsory. Okay.